So you guys probably don't know that I used to play baseball, but I did. And they called me the White Jackie Robinson. Psych, nah, for real, they called me Garfield. But you do probably know that I have smoked the leaf a couple times. And that's what today's story is about. The time I showed up to baseball tryouts, hi. So this story all starts on the way to homecoming in 9th grade. My date's name, we'll just call her Jenna. But so Jenna's mom was driving us, talking about the good old days and how her homecoming was. But honestly, I wasn't really listening because, Jenna's mom talk a whole lot, so you just got to learn to tune her out. But anyways, about 10 minutes into the car ride, Jenna looks at me and goes, "You ready?" And I'm like, hold on, ready for what? Is Momo about to jump out the car and shoot us all? What's going on? I didn't do nothing wrong. You got the wrong guy. That's not me. I'm supposed to go to heaven. And then Jenna just starts scrolling through her phone. And finally, she shows me a text after I've been freaking out for 10 minutes. And pretty much, the text just explains how they got some candy and somehow someone got some definitely not kid-friendly drinks. And then she looks at me with a smile and whispers, "You ready?" And I'm like, "No, Jenna, I have baseball tryouts tomorrow." And of course she just throws out the comment, "Oh, you're so lame." But we just go about our totally normal homecoming night. We're going to pretend this didn't happen, Jenna. And don't ask me again. But anyways, so fast forward through all the homecoming pictures and driving to the party. And now we at the party. And people are going crazy. One thing about me is I'm not really a party person. I just like to chill. I'm just trying to chill till 11 o'clock, then head home, sleep and show out on tryout day. Well, let me tell you, that does not happen. I got absolutely hammered by all them kid-friendly drinks and yoo-hoos and anything else you could possibly imagine. I was at least smart enough to not go home that night, and I stayed over at a friend's house. But we watched movies until 4 a.m., and tryouts started at 8. But anyways, 8 a.m., the alarm goes off, it's 3 hours later or something. And of course, me, not thinking, having a great night last night, I grabbed some candy, thinking, oh, it has some sugar, it'll wake me up. Well, I was dead wrong. That candy has some special additives in it that was definitely not great. But fast forward again, I'm in the car with my friend. We'll call him Jack. And I'm like, dude, I did not sleep at all last night, but I got these Sour Patch Kids, and trust me, I'm going to be breaking school records on tryout day. Well, let me tell you, that right there was dead wrong. So anyways, I get to school where the tryouts are, and I find out it's max day. So we just seeing how many pounds we can bench press, how many pounds we can deadlift, squat, and all that stuff. So we just weightlifted today. And I'm like, thank God. So I make it through the first set of warm-ups, and then, boom! It hit me like Ray Lewis, bro. I was immediately faded. Yep. I skipped right past stage 1 and straight to stage 2. Off the rip, I'm paranoid. What if someone notices? So I drink lots of water and try my best to hide it. You guys, y'all see nothing. Coach burst through the door and it's like, let's get straight to it. Bench first. And dude, I am literally peeing myself. I have no idea why this man is yelling. But for some reason, all coaches always be doing that. They always got to be at the max level of energy, bro. On some Mario power-up type stuff. But I am so lost. And my name's halfway down the list, and we finally get to me. And in 9th grade, I probably benched around a plate or so, but not this time. 115 pounds is on the bar. I'm shaking, bro. I'm scared. My breath smells. But I go to move the weight off the rack. This is easy. 115, I got this, bro. And I go to move it, and it doesn't move. Not one fucking inch. And I'm not sure what to do. Of course, coach just thinks I'm messing with him. He just slapped me on the stomach and said, "Come on, boy, stop horsing around. We got a lot of people waiting." I tell him, "Coach, I hurt my thumb." I need some help getting it off the rack. So he lift up the bar, and I'm laser focused on moving this stuff. The bar goes up. I'm sitting there holding it for like 1 solid minute, and then shoom, the bar falls straight to my chest. And just like last time, doesn't move. Not 1 inch. Not one singular inch. And it made that little thud sound too. But coach just looks at me and goes, "Next, move on to squat, son, and get that thumb fixed before season come around." For the most part, all the other lifts went the same way, and I was very careful to avoid coach that day. Like, I was like Batman in the shadows. Like, you were not finding me nowhere. But now we move on to 60-yard dash. You and one teammate line up against each other for a race. One wins, and the other is called slow for the rest of his life. And I'm still feeling the effects of said candy at this time. So I'm going to be zooming down the field, bro. So I line up against my friend Jack, who realized what had happened. It was not about to help me out. I was not about to be faded, but toasted by the speed of Jack. But you know how if you drive high, which obviously I've never done, you think you were traveling at the speed of light. But in reality, you go like 30 miles per hour in a 60 on a highway. So anyways, I line up, I get ready, I get set, and then boom, I'm off. And I'm zooming like the Umi Zoomies, bro. I am Flash right now. Like, all my homies gonna remember me as the fastest man in history. Well, let me tell you, that's how I thought the story went. That's not what the coaches saw, what the birds saw, what anyone else saw. And yes, the birds are drones. They got cameras, they spy cameras. They watch you at all times. Sorry, we getting off topic. That's just some high thoughts for y'all to ponder on while I make the next video. But anyways, apparently the coach yelled go, and I took off like 2 seconds later, and I barely ran the whole time. Like, my actual time was a 9.3, which, if you don't know, is like absolutely horrible. Like, the dudes and girls on my 600-pound life can probably run faster than that. And I stumbled across the whole track. But it's both sides of the story. Now you've heard them, and I'll let you decide. But anyways, coach comes up to me after day 1 of tryouts and said, "Is something wrong, son?" And I'm like, oh no, he knows. And then in the back of my mind, I hear coach say, "Go home and get some rest, and don't come back until you're better." And my friend Jack, who had just absolutely dusted me by this time, regained my trust coming in with a hot save, because he also pretended to be sick, and I got away with everything, man.